Okay, class, I just wanted to work through the very first problem on your homework, just so everybody's on the same page. So the first question is, what does the following expression evaluate to? P or Q and not, and then P and Q. Now, you can answer this without, you don't have values for P and Q, so you can't just go across and like I was just showing you, oh, that's true and that's false or whatever. What they want you to do is see whether what your truth table tells you it does. So we first have to make a truth table with P and Q, and then go across and use these things to make our truth table. So I'm going to do it right here. Let's see, I'll have more room if I start here. So I'm going to have P and Q. Okay, and so P would be true, true. Remember how we write this, false, false. And Q would be every other, true, false, true, false. So the first thing I have here is a P or Q. So that's an easy one, P or Q. And you remember they both have to be true for P or Q to be true. So, only one has to be true for or. So that would be true, that would be true, that would be true, and that would be false. So I have this first piece right here, and now I have an and, but then I have parentheses and then a not. So I've got to do what in the parentheses next. So it's P and Q. Okay, so now I'm looking at these two, but I'm thinking about and means they both have to be true. So this would be true, but the rest would be false, right? So I'd get true, false, false, false. Now, if we look, I'm going to use a different color here. If we look at what's next, I actually have not P and Q, not the parentheses. So that's going to be my next one, not P and Q. And so it's just going to negate this one. So this would be false, true, true, true. All right, and then my last one is going to be the whole thing. So let's use red for that one. I have P or Q. So I'm going to be looking at this one. So P or Q. And then an and. And then I'm going to be looking at this one. So not. Get out of the way. Not, and then P and Q. So I'm looking at this one. Okay, so looking at P or Q and looking at not P. So I'm looking at this column and this column with an and between them. So they both have to be true. So I'm looking at true and false, so I get false. True and true, so that's true. And this third one is true, and that one's true, so it's true. And last one is false, so even short circuit doesn't matter what this one is. It's true, but doesn't matter. This will still be false. So I got false, true, true, false. So that's my outcome of this statement. Okay, so let's go back to what they ask about it. A, it always evaluates to true. Well, that would have to mean that all of these would have to be true, and that's just not true. It always evolves to false. Nope. It evaluates to true when P is false. So now we have to go look. Here's when P is false, these last two. Does that when it evaluates to true? Well, one of them's true, but the other one's false. So it can't be that one. It evaluates to true when Q is false. So Q is false for the second one and the fourth one. So the second one is true, but the fourth one is false. So that's not true. So it's got to be E. So let's make sure we know why. I'm going to use pink. It evaluates to true whenever P is not equal to Q. All right, so P is not equal to Q here and here. They're both true at the first line, and they're both false in the second line, and sure enough, that's when they're true. So the correct answer would be E. So that's how you answer that question. Just wanted to give you a little head start on your homework.